Hey everyone! So I'm going to do the firsts tag. I found this tag and I was tagged by Lisa MarieTTC, and I know this is the second time I've mentioned her, but she's really awesome, so go check her out. I will put her link to her channel in the description box below, and let's go ahead and get started. I'll also list all the questions in the description box. So if you see me looking over, I'm looking at the questions over here. What was your first tweet? I have no idea. I have no clue what my first tweet was. You can go back and look. First YouTube video. My first YouTube video that I made was me introducing myself and saying a few things about my channel and who I was and so on and so forth. First person you subscribed to on YouTube. I want to say that it was Naturally Thrifty Mom. And at the time, she actually wasn't Naturally Thrifty Mom. So I've been a subscriber of hers for a very long time. And I love her. She's awesome. I'll link her in the description box below as well. You should definitely go check her out if you haven't already. Your first Facebook profile picture. I have no idea. I just don't know. I want to say that it was a picture of me standing by a tree that my friend took, but I could totally be wrong. Do you still talk to your first love? Yes. What was your first alcoholic drink? I think it was tasting a Smirnoff or something to that effect. What was your first job? Pete's Coffee and Tea. I worked as a barista. Your first car? A Jeep Grand Cherokee. It was white and it was my favorite car. I loved that car. Who was the first person to text you today? I don't even remember. I don't even know if I've gotten a text message today. Who is the first person you thought of this morning? Two people. My daughter, who is not in this crib right now. She's actually downstairs. Woo, excuse me. Downstairs with my husband, who is the second person I thought of today. Both of them. Who is your first grade teacher? No idea. I don't remember. Where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? I went from Kansas to California when I was 7. Who was your first best friend and do you still talk? Her name was Jennifer and she lived in Kansas, and I don't currently communicate with her, but I did, I have probably about 2 years ago I was communicating with her. I actually can't find her anymore, so yikes. I wish I did though. When was your first sleepover? I think I was 5 or 6 and it was at her house. What was the first thing you did this morning? I think I rolled over and I said to my husband to go get the baby and bring her into bed with us so that we could cuddle. I think that's the first thing I did this morning. What was the first concert you ever went to? It was a Bowling for Soup concert. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but I used to like them when I was younger. First broken bone. I broke my right big toe, and that's the only bone I've ever broken. So, first piercing was my ears right here, which are now stretched or gauged, whatever you want to call it. First tattoo, this one, if I could turn it right side up, it says find peace. First foreign country you've gone to. I have never been to a foreign country. First movie you remember seeing? Toy Story was the first movie I remember seeing. My first detention. I was never in detention. I got a pink slip once for crossing the blue line, which apparently you're not supposed to cross. I was, 8 years old. But I never got a detention. So, who was your first roommate? That would be my best friend. She was my first roommate. And actually, when I started making these videos, she was my roommate at the time and lived with me. If you had one wish, what would it be? This is not a first question, but that's okay. I would wish to have my own house with my husband, because we currently live with my parents, so that we could have more babies. And yeah, that would be it. What is the first sport you were involved in? Swimming or soccer? I don't know which came first. I think swimming came first, which makes sense because if you don't already know this about me, I was a swim school teacher for almost 2 years, and I still enjoy doing that. So, what is the first thing you do when you get home? I set my child down in the place that her car seat goes, unhook her, and usually walk into the kitchen with her. When was your first kiss? 2006. I was 16, and it was on the steps of my high school. And that's it. So that's the tag, and remember, I tag you. So go do this video if you haven't already, and thank you for watching. Bye.